Having the AIs fight is probably the easiest way to prevent a war other than trying to play a diplomacy game as well as possible. But in this case, Washington is really not happy with having us on their borders. It prevents him from having more than 3 cities, and it generally makes his life really difficult. So I would feel the same way as he does in this situation. But I think we made right about settling these cities. They are some of the best cities we have, and they will grow into being even better, as well as covering a lot of these pretty good lands. Which I would like that pile to and push one city you can just help. That's just too bad for him. Another workshop, I think. It is gonna cost us some money, those workshops, but there is nothing we can do about that. We'll have to fix it with trade routes from Medina.
以下の件についてご賛同いただければ、誠
Borders. Not with you. You are almost under my influence. America is 93% ready already. It's turn 149, so I think we're doing pretty well. Soon now, we are going to be done with our pagodas, and that means that we can start our cathedrals. Cathedrals, of course, have a slot for a word part. Which means that it's probably a good idea to go up to acoustics and guilds as soon as possible, so that we can start getting those great people related to tourism. That's disconnected. Then I can go those here. And we have 101 culture per turn, which
以
means
下の
that we
件
are
についてご
already
賛同いただき
done with meritocracy. Which is going to kick in right around now. We are the first influential culture. I expected nothing less. Work on workshop. And this policy, and look at how that comes up. Suddenly we are at +8, and we can start capitals, which means one cathedral per turn for quite a while. I can get most cathedrals done one turn from now on. And that will put us up to 80-ish. Which makes it even more urgent that I need to get cultures. Which is part of the reason why I chose to go on continents map, because if this would have been Pangea, I would have met them all already in an open borders for a very long time already. And that will not make for a very interesting game. Now I'm going to build a few fronts in Roman. Uh, I really need trading though. So yeah, I have to go to trading first. Because the Gulf is just going to be too painful otherwise. You stable production, you can go to the workshop. All those workshops are going to cost loads of money, but I will produce myself out of problems. And as soon as I meet other cultures or AIs, whatever you call them, the money problem will completely disappear. We have pressure, they have pressure. So very soon now, they will turn. City is connected, this city will be connected, which means just put it here, one there. And the tourism keeps rising and rising and rising. Constantinople is about size 11. That's pretty good. And after the next social policy, which will be representation, the social policies will come a little faster than before, and we will be capable of going into another king again. But we'll see how the game develops before we decide what we will do. It's very likely that I will just take steps to increase the production of great musicians, great artists, and great writers, because I might need them in fine English. The compass is done, which means I can build a harbor in Constantinople right after the strait will be done, which means that units. We are going to build a London workshop. Now we go for civil service. Our happiness is risen to 10. And look at him grow. Oh, and Japan is really doing some expansion here. And they all have coastal cities. That's always very, very amusing. Because coastal cities are so vulnerable. We can go to Akron City, which gives us 5 gold. I do intend to make a food trade route to the capital as soon as I run here, but not just yet. Now, for a harbor, which will extend the range of our trade routes. I'm going to actually flip this. I need the capital to be stronger. This city will be horrible. I will make a lighthouse after this is done. And then maybe put a boat there, but it'll never be really good. It doesn't need to. It just needs to build the basic buildings so that my capital can build commerce once the workshop is done. Alright, we're going to put beer shadow. Lie. And yeah, I'm gonna work that grow a little faster and then just do it. Washington is in the Renaissance, which is very late, but it's only Emperor, so at least that's good timing for this difficulty. I assume that he will put his spy in his capital, which is not a big deal. We will go there anyway. I don't want to anger Japan. They are my friends.
おう
I
進めよ
hope they will be my friends for quite some
進めよ
to come. But iron, no. You in the workshop. You are horrible, but at least it's horrible when you were before. But you didn't get close. It's lumber. They will get a little bit of production. Workshops here almost done, which means that those cities will be ready to produce useful buildings very soon. Let's see what's next. We're going to do some farms by the river. There, tree fruit. You can farm there. Someone has found the Pantheon. That's a little late, I think, because you're not gonna really get anything done with religion. All the useful religion features have been taken quite a while ago. This is a problem that I don't like with religion. If you're not the first or the second, you probably will get something really audible. And that's something that should be changed just a little bit. Anyway. It's not that there is nothing left available, it is just that what's available is usually really unbalanced in the negative way.
おう先に進め
No, that's not
Ik-
enough. You can live with that. You see, if you look at this, a follower belief that says possible production for each follower, that's not so great, but still acceptable. If you go to plus 2 production of specialist, that's not spectacular. But if you compare it with buildings that give plus 2 faith, plus 2 culture, and plus 2 happiness, especially happiness, that is just so much better that these buildings, like gardens, give plus 2 happiness, completely fail in comparison. Just to have a garden, you need the right order, and not many cities are going to have it. For example, Washington has one, so he could get plus 2 happiness from his entire fleet, which is just not good. Japan has one fresh water source near a city, so they could also have just costly happiness, and I have lost everything. And we just got all of things done. The granary does not seem useful. Aqueduct might be okay, but I first. This should grow without fever. Not worth it. That would just get right barracks. There. We are only at 83 meters. 83 science at this point in the game is extremely low, but that is by design, as you know. Taking faster would not have helped us much. We are going through this, and 7 feet right now is just incredible. I'm washing this back. Silly units. We will build a cargo ship. A workboat, I guess. You workshop.
Good day.
If I can hold out here without going to war, that would help a lot, because I just need
Is the
a
following
little
trade of
more
interest?
time to prepare for that. Pikemen at this point would pretty much destroy me, and I need a few composite bowmen to hold them off.
The
Composite
only thing
bowmen,
that saves us from the bureaucracy is its inefficiency.
even though the pikemen are of later era, the composite bowmen are usually enough to hold them back if you have a narrow edge like this one, because you can fire into the water, which gives a lot of extra damage. Now up to education. It's quite late, but better late than never. 2 turns. Barracks is done. This cargo ship I will transfer to my comedian, and then they will trade with city-states. That was lava first, I think, and maybe again. And after that I will probably produce yet another. Alhambra has been built. It's no longer a very important wonder or culture, as it adds very little tourism. Before Brave New World, Alhambra added 20% to your city. It still does, but it's no longer important. Now it just adds one culture, it adds no tourism whatsoever, and tourism is what it's about. So it wouldn't help at all. Now, Sistine Chapel is pretty good because it contains slots for work of art, but we have those, so we need that. And that means that we will want to go astronomy after this. Because I absolutely do need the caravan to explore. But I also want guilds to get machinery, because crossbowmen allow us to do some heavy defense and perhaps even take out Washington if that would be needed. Leonardo da Vinci has been born. He can wait to build a wonder. I'm not gonna turn him into a production tile. I think I have enough production as this with salt and beer. So for now, I'm gonna keep him for a wonder at some point. Perhaps one that can only be unlocked by policy, or if we catch up technology-wise, we might get them.
Is the following trade of interest to you?
You still want to trade?
Is the following trade of interest to you?
I'll ask 6. Go for that.
No.
5 is too much. 4. I'm willing to accept that because he just really needs to stay alive. At this point in the game, that's all that really matters. If Washington stays calm and peaceful towards me, then there will not be an issue. And I should be able to win without much problems. If he would go aggressive at this point, things might get very rough. You are going to media. My next one, another corruption. You have just built a barracks, so you can build a. You are done with that, which means you can go to the farms there. They also have fresh water, so they will support you. Which reminds me, I should check this. That's fine. You can grow 6, so I should do this. But I would much rather regular supplies. As you can see, I work art, which is sometimes a bit of a problem as you only start out with just the one palace, and you cannot catch up. But as you can see, we have cathedrals, just 2 more, and then we are done with using our fate. Which means that we will be able to use our fate to buy great people from then on. And that will be quite a lot of them. Every 6 to 7 turns we will be able to buy a great person as soon as we seal up aesthetics, fill it out, and that will be a few great writers followed by a few great artists, finished by a few great musicians. Work is done, extra gold, establish a trade route with, let's go for Zanzibar first, we can keep them as allies. And now this tile is of course great. 5 food, 1 production, 1 gold. One of the best tiles we can have. And it will get even better as soon as we get seaports. If we get that far in the game, of course. Because, as you know, we are really speeding ahead here. And it's more important than ever that I meet the other guys. Done, which means that our worker here has almost outlived his usefulness. But I don't think there is anything in the future that should be working. It will slow down growth here quite a lot, but that's not that important. Yeah, this working also. Up here, these left. No work to do here, so actually I just go you are done, which means that I will want another console. I have access to an extra sheet, so I'll stay here. I should probably buy that sheet. It's just to spend my money for that. I can for sure find better use for interview turns. 2 more turns to social policy, which will bring a golden age. And I think my units are fine. There is peace in Naga and Washington, which means usual. Let's see, 6 turns. Oh, we should. Another worker. There is the capital. But quick swap. This one. And I think one more cathedral, the cathedrals, or that one, the last cathedral. I'm not sure, but it's so. And go. It's rain. Person. This city, I will mark it. Okay, but I will change it. So, and then we're gonna have to choose a great person and think of building culture related. Since I already have great engineers, let's settle a scientist. Or should I have 8? But now that might actually speed up research. A good question. I think I will go for the scientist and sacrifice him in a few times. So it's 4th now, and astronomy costs 1416. But we'll wait. Not sacrifice it if it gets the first portion in a few times. As you can see, American is Minutemen. That's a very annoying, very painful ride of basketball. Which just means I'm gonna do this can use overpass. And another 3 to Slava and now it's way, way up, which is very certain. But would have stayed low. I think Americans don't have this. They say friendly, but I don't think it's issues, goals. Convenient. This, I don't know what to do. Stick. I think we will be and next up we are and and 75 perform. No, we are allied by this. And we are at 14 seconds, which means that we can go for a very long time to come. On Percy. Also you. Who can stop it? Watermill. The production is low. So you actually need to let it see should the market should come here. Before so